What's going on, guys? This is Livin here, and a couple days ago the CTE dropped finally for consoles. So now for you players on Xbox and PS4, we're now able to try out the CTE and get a better look at testing out these maps before they get released onto our platforms. Right now on the CTE, they have only Lepko Pass, which is going to be the first of the new Russian maps that are going to be coming out in the Name of the Tsar. This map is going to be released a little bit before when the Name of the Tsar DLC drops, so it should be coming out later this month. And it looks like it's going to be a pretty cool map. It's a much larger map than what we've been dealing with when it comes to the maps in the last DLC, which was they shall not pass. So it kind of has that 7 capture point feel that we've had in some of the vanilla maps like Sinai, from what it's looking at right now. So that'll be kind of interesting to kind of get that larger map feel from the conquest mode here. So don't want to go into much about this in this video today. I want to go into more about some clarification on what the CT is going on with on the console and what that's all really going to go be about for us. I think the biggest concern I've seen lately for people is people have been unable to access the CTE, and they've been watching my video, and they've seen the part where it says after you can read the terms and conditions to the beta and you accept them and you want to move on to then downloading it, it won't even let you download. It says the servers are full, come back later, or something like that. And so a lot of people are kind of being concerned, and I want to go over this. I think the first place to kind of direct you guys all towards to, I'll put a link in the description below, is you want to get involved with the CTE BF1 Reddit subdivision here. That will help get this information out to you quicker. And if you're not familiar with this, again, I will post this down below, and you want to keep an eye out for that. So I've been looking for statements from DICE, and I'm finally finding some on here. And like I said, this is an area you want to be more focused on, because the deeper you get into the CTE, these things are not going to come out as clear as maybe you're going to find on the Twitter or just on the Battlefield game itself. You're not going to find that probably as much. So again, because it's a CT, it's a testing environment, so you're going to have to dive into a little bit more. As of right now, maybe more in the future things might change, but the more you get accustomed to going into these fields and these the Reddit division here, you will find the answers probably, and if you have questions as well too, this is a good place for you to ask them, and if you really want to find something out, this would be a good spot. So the one DICE employee, the DICE dev, made a comment and said that we will open up for more registrations in the coming days. Need to start slow to make sure our systems don't break. So interesting wordings right here. I think I kind of get the feel from the term that they're saying days is the feeling that they're probably monitoring it, and I'm not really sure if they exactly know what day they're going to bring it out, but they know it's not going to be weeks. So I mean, we're here on Saturday, still people are having problems getting in, so I can't imagine early coming up here next week, Monday, Tuesday, that you should probably expect for another wave of people to start coming in again. So they're just, you can tell, I get a kind of a feeling that they're monitoring it, and so they don't know specifically what they're doing, just because they want to make sure to be sensitive to their servers. And so I'm not sure they exactly want to put a specific time at it, maybe for other reasons as well too, for putting a specific time on it as well. But the idea is, they're letting us know that it's not going to be weeks. So don't be concerned. If you have premium pass, you're gonna be able to do the CTE. Don't drop away from it, give up all hope, be like, oh, I'm never gonna be able to use this, and nothing's gonna happen anymore, and you completely forget about it. I wouldn't go that route, because again, this is good for the battlefield. It's good for more people to be access to the CTE. It will help polish the game up even more. So your input is valid, and just being involved and immersed into the CT will definitely help improve the game. So don't give up on it. They do say the term days, the word days on it, that verbiage is being used. So like I said, I would expect early next week. Definitely not weeks. So By the time, you know, Thursday comes around, it's going to be a week from then. And you know, I wouldn't expect them to be delaying it if something kind of crazy happens where the servers do go down. So that's, you know, that's what they don't want to prevent, where no one can use it at all, and they don't want to delay the process even more. So just be sensitive to that fact. They are aware of it, and they're just monitoring it, and, you know, trying to find it a good time where they can bring in another wave at it. So you know, that's a good, healthy thing for you guys to check out. Again, to go check out the Reddit page itself. And again, I'm going to link that down in the description below. So moving on to another thing, I've noticed that they came out just yesterday with the specializations for the CT that they're going to be testing now. Now, like I said, on consoles right now, there's only Lepco Path that they're playing with. So I was kind of curious of how that was going to work. I was kind of, you know, interested if they were going to do a 1-to-1 download ratio when it comes to the PC side of the platform to the you know, console side. And I went to go look, and the same dev actually responded to that exact same question there. And his statement was, "We will not be able to keep platforms in sync due to the extra overhead with cert needs for platforms. So there are times where PC players will have access to different content than console players. It is beyond our control." So they still have some friction going on with the platform side for console players. So that is Xbox and PS4. So technically that's Microsoft and Sony. So their statement is it's beyond their control. He actually goes on in another statement and says, "It is easier for us to release updates on PC than it is on console. So there won't always be a one-to-one matching content. Our intent is to update as frequently as possible, though." So they want to, and this is kind of I've seen this a lot where people are like convinced that DICE doesn't want to do this. DICE absolutely wants to do it, and if it was their choice, they'd do one-to-one. They would download it the exact same way they download it for your DLCs. If you notice, whenever they drop a downloadable content for the regular game, you'll see PC will come out first and PS4 then Xbox. They would do it the exact same way, I'm sure. The issue is that the console sides, Microsoft and Sony, have, you know, their legal regulations off of this for whatever reason. I'm not very much educated in that area, so I won't make too many comments about that. I have kind of a little bit of insight of kind of understanding why, but again, that would be maybe for a future video. But I want to make this video more about DICE and give some clarification on that they do want to get this out. So when we're sending messages to DICE, we're not helping this process at all by, you know, trying to be like, why aren't you guys doing this? They are trying to do this. They have to jump through hoops off of Microsoft and Sony's side. So if it was their choice, they would do one-to-one. As you can see what he put there, our intent is to update as frequently as possible, though, so they want to bring it up as quick as they can. If they had the choice, I'm sure they would try to do it all in one day. I'm sure it would be easier for them to do it too if they could just do it all in one time, like they do the regular downloadable content for the regular game. So as I said, again, it is beyond our control. They can't do anything about that. So you gotta understand, when the ball gets passed out of their hands, there's nothing they can do about it. And we need to respect that, have a sensitivity towards these people as well too, and understanding that. So again, I want to make references before again, get connected into this page, into the subreddit, and you know, this is again where you can have more of a clarification quicker than even me probably even being able to bring out a video to let you guys know what's going on. So yeah, I think that'll help get some clarification out for people who want to know what's going to come with the CT when it comes to downloadable side. Right now, I know everyone's really more concerned about the actual update in itself and getting the actual download into their console, where it is its own separate game. So it's kind of like downloading a second version of the Battlefield on your console. So I know that's the biggest concern, and I had just addressed that issue of what's going to be going on there. So as far as I'm concerned, the only little thing that I could see being another kind of an issue for people is they are dealing with in-house servers when it comes to CTE. So these servers are not going to be might have higher pings for people that might be in more obscure places like Australia. I've seen some people having a little bit of problems with the ping in those areas. So I would just kind of keep that in the back of your mind, that if you're hoping for some low ping, you're not going to get that, because again, this is a CTE and their servers are in-house. This is this whole testing environment. So again, this is not anything that's going to be, you know, completely optimized to the highest degree as they would for the regular game, where they have retail servers and more ideal locations that would suit where you live. So be again sensitive to that. I know it's kind of not going to be the big issue right now, but I think people are starting to realize more and more people download it, because right now no one's able to really get into the game. As of right now, people are still having problems with it. So I think the more that ends up happening, the more people are going to begin to realize these little things that I just mentioned right now about the not the one-to-one downloadable content from PC to the console platforms aren't being equal, and as well as maybe some issues as well with the actual, playing the CTE and the quality of it as well. I hope that'd be a little bit more minimal, just because it is a testing environment. But the ping-wise, that might be kind of an issue for people. So again, hopefully when more people come into the actual game itself, I think these questions will be addressed more and people become more aware of them, and then we can as well move into, I think, addressing the issue of hopefully getting the content matched one-to-one. I think that kind of being a big issue for me, is that I want the content to be matched as one-to-one as quickly as possible. I would like to access this just as equally as much as PC players as well too, who are able to access content when DICE wants to give it out. So again, that's not DICE's issue. That is something that we have to deal with Xbox, if you're on the Xbox platform, or the PS4, the PlayStation platform. But like I said, once we get over the hurdle of getting everyone into the CTE, then we can have probably more discussion about this. So right now they're going to be focused on that. Hopefully this video gives some clarification for people on this issue. Again, don't be concerned. The term that they used was days, so I would just keep checking back, and I'm sure by Thursday, I can't imagine them going a full week where they're not going to be letting another wave in. Again, they're trying to avoid that crash, so they can avoid the crash and avoid causing problems for them. I'm sure, again, their term days, in a matter of days, you'll be back in and be able to download this onto your console. So thanks for you guys being here today. That's it for you guys today. I appreciate you guys being here, and I will catch you guys again later. Peace.